Got a team 1, or team 2 rather, with chill pills. Oh, changes the set a little bit. Kind of like a floating head look going on here, but the man is a crystallized warrior. I really do like that set for Death Knights in general. Noble 6 joining in. That's a Halo reference, I think. Outbox gonna be first up with the sap immediately by Demoniac. Doesn't want to let this guy get established or get set up whatsoever. Two broken on the team together with Walk Food? I guess Walk. With a kidney shot in the opener by Demoniac, going to be in cap as Outbox trying to make sure he doesn't get boxed in, but Demoniac immediately tricking by the rogue instead of Outbox tries to go in for a bit of a go. He is playing a Dark Iron, so maybe could go for the Dark Iron ratio to remove and shed all his dots. Trying to see if he can stay on top, but Demoniac doesn't want to let him get out of there. Going to be a quick disarm onto Outbox, looking for a reroll, but got himself a port, making sure he always has a plan B to back up out of there. Going to be some big spikes on Demoniac. That's going to be a Fist of Fury, but he doesn't get slacked down. Get tricking by the monk with a vanish by the rogue. He's got himself a clock shot as Outbox. Definitely needs to make sure he's keeping him as alive as best as he can. And looks like he's going to be full blind. Will not be stunnable for a bit here. But that sap should be able to wear it out fully. Does Demonic himself full kidney shot? Because this kidney could initially seal the deal. Unless Outbox can somehow go in for a defensive in between, I think it's over. Unless Demonic makes a mistake. Oh, Death Mark. He could always remove it. Does he have a way out of it? Trying to see if he can give himself a limited survivability. Cannot. Oh, there goes the. I was going to say cannot use the Dark Iron Rachel because he tricked it recently. But that goes the Dark Iron Ritual, removing everything at all. I don't really know if you can use a port while stunned. Maybe. Can he? Is that a thing? If you can maybe like, use a port while stunned, potentially could be good. I think it's only a mystery or a thing. Got himself full kidney shot. Gonna be Demonic. Trying to see if he can bleed you out. Can outbox. Potentially outbox Demoniac. He's trying to continue to go for a bit of healing. I think trying to see if he can force the rogue back over there. Trying to go for a bit of a port. Demonic, as long as he doesn't get himself a proper reset, he will be maybe a little bit better for outbox. Trying to wait until the karma is available. Is gonna rush in with the karma at the ready. Trying to go for Lexi. Missing it completely. That's gonna be very unfortunate. May just have to go for early karma versus the rogue. Because it's going to be kidney shot. There goes a kidney. Nothing he can do. Big carrot setup literally leaves. Oh no. Oh no. My goodness. I'm so sorry. Oh man. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for that guy. No. It's going to be a Shadow Step, long range for Demoniac. Trying to see if it closes the gap. It's going to be kidney shot, immediate chicken by the Hunter with the disarm to follow. Too broken. Does go in for survival of the fittest. Trying to see if he can establish some CC on Demoniac. Does get him a hit with his skill trap. It is going to be Death Mark either way. The sniper shot missing him entirely. His evasion is out for the rogue. Too broken. Not in a fantastic spot right now. Once you go in for a ton of damage, can he do it though? It's still a lot of abilities getting evaded by the rogue entirely. Still taking quite a bit of damage from the Death Mark at least. You can't really, or at least Death Chakram, can't really evade the Death Chakram. Gonna be the Void of Facial. Trying to see if you can get the rogue low enough. It's gonna be a quick vanish. Can the shot to follow? Does not have an answer. I think it's just gonna be over as Demonic does end up closing out the game with a big old mutilate at the very end. My goodness. That is unfortunate. Noble 6 gonna be up next as a Demonology Warlock. This rogue is just having to play it super safe right now, but I guess all these boys who have a lot of potential for damage, I think he has to be extra safe. It's going to be Pets attacking Demonic immediately, trying to see if he can potentially sprint around him, trying to get himself a better angle versus Noble 6, but also trying to maintain the slow onto the main pet. Get a shot onto Noble as he does go in for a port. It's going to be able to at least keep him down below. Looks like Demonic is going to use that CC in order to find himself a bit of a reset. Disarm onto the main pet as it's going to be Axe Toss. Either way, the pet... Does the pet care about being disarmed for the Axe Toss? Because it looks like it tossed the axe. While disarm potentially big damage on Demonic, I think it might be over the imps. Or continue to blast him out. Demon Dog is still doing plenty of damage. Trying to see if you can avoid those pets as best as you can. If that Falcon can catch up to you, it could potentially keep you in combat. Shadow Step around the corner with yet another kidney shot. The pet does get separated from Warlock. Does at least have maybe an angle. It's going to be able to charge out towards Demonic with the Demon Doggers. I think it might be just over for the rogue. This Demon Doggers is one more solid bite and it's over. Trying to cut out the pets, but a Demon Bolt is going to end up closing it out there. With Squiddle gonna be up next. Big leg soup on a Noble 6. Got himself a bit of that Night Feline already. Noble 6 does let him jumping down. Maybe he could go for a port. Got himself a big gateway to at least reposition. Wants to go for the big Tyrant. Is probably gonna be able to go for the turn either way though. Maybe. At least no interrupt available for a bit. He does have himself in a pretty bad situation. Wall is available, so at least he can maybe get some cast off. Squiggle is trying to see if he can evade all these pets. It's gonna just blaze out of there entirely. The Felguard and the Demon Doggers are chasing after him, trying to avoid the turn as best as he can. Double Felguard on him. Axe Toss, I think it might just be over. Demon Bolt 1-2, and the man taking him out with a Seedgald. I'm gonna mess up your name because I want to call it Seedglad every single time. But Seti trying to see if he can get himself a better setup versus Noble 6, as the Warlock have been able to go from a Rogue into the Monk fairly quickly. Dampening is quite high, so if you can continue that momentum, you may be in a good spot. Trying to see if you can avoid the Siphon as best you can. Said charging in with a PI. Once you go in for full cast, it's going to be Noble 6 chased down by a what would you call it? Mindbender. Is going to be able to at least evade the Siphon pet. I see, try to see if he can evade the pets from the Demonology Warlock. That is going to be a Wildfin jumping around the corner. Noble does walk out in the open. It's going to be an Axos, as I said, who is going to be locked down in shadow for a little bit. Silencer follow. Does Noble have any more mobility here? Set is taking quite a bit of damage from all these pets. He's going to go for a disperse, trying to see if he can evade the pets, evade the damage a little bit, maybe get close enough to Noble 6, maybe go for fear, potentially stun. He does have CC to maybe lock him down. Noble could be in a bad spot, definitely needs to go for a bit of defenses here. Going to be fear onto the main pet, will not be able to go for the Axos for a second here. Does he have a proper interrupt? He doesn't. It's going to be a mind games, I think, almost established. Wait, did the mind games even connect? Mortal Culture Fall, I think it might be overseen. Oh, Noble so far has been able to do quite a bit of work from one Shadow Bracer to the next. Though Rosie gonna be up next. Axos onto Rosie with a charge to follow. Noble could be in trouble. He just needs one more Shadow Word Death. Man may need to go for disperse full fear onto all these pets, but still kind of surrounded. All these pets are going to break out of the fears any moment. Double Felguard is extremely terrifying at 40% dampening. Tyrant almost getting cast off. That Felguard just absolutely decimate right through you. Noble with a Mortal Coil, that's a bit extra CC. Rosie does have a disperse for this one. Got himself a bit of empirical base. Noble no longer has a defensive. He needs to be super extra careful with his health. He is on an execute range for quite a bit. And second, Axe toss locking down Rosie is going to go for a trinket, wants to close the gap, but Noble is just going to send out Vile Monstrosity from a distance, just trying to see if he can walk that 5 feet a little bit closer, but wants to make sure he backs away from Rosie as best he can. Dot it up. Could be in a lot of trouble. Definitely used to go for an axe toss or two. Rosie got himself full PI. He's gonna jump down, trying to see if he can chase up to Noble, but the man may still be dead. Needs a defensive right now. I think it's over. Oh my goodness. He tried to juke him out, and he was able to successfully juke, but you can't escape the dots though, as Walk gonna be up next. Trying to see if he can walk. A Worgen Monk. I don't see those ever. I think it's the second time we've seen one. We've seen one on the U, and now we're seeing one on A. What is this? I'm sure that the setup, the armor is supposed to be like a bug from Warlords General, like a Druidist set, but it seems to look like you just cut up a watermelon and put it on like as armor. What is going on? Rosie not doing so good right now, unless they have some kind of a CC or anything versus Walk. I think it just might be Walk in the park for this man, taking him out with a couple of blackout kicks. It is going to be an opener by Moose, not letting this Moonwalker go anyway. It is going to be Karma Reversal, full Serenity. Zuen joining in. Walk trying to see if he can potentially turn a lot of this dot damage and pressure around. Trying to see if he can remove the dots, but he's still out of VT on him, so it's going to end up horrifying them for a second. Can he interrupt and take the Woods? Does get a kick on nature for Muzi. This could be a bad situation. Fist of Fury to follow. Walk feels like he's got him in a pretty good spot. Is going to knock him off the bridge for a second into a quick stun. Muzi trying to see if he can potentially take him down. The Blaze could do the trick. Trick to follow. Could be anyone's game right now. Let's Alexium. I think Walk may just have it, but he's still bleeding out. Oh! The man was at no hell whatsoever. The watermelon Monk Worgen is able to take him down. I swear to God, look at that. This is straight up like, look like it's every time these shoulders make you think like a spiky watermelon look. Am I the only one? Yo, Noble did pretty good. Walk does end up coming back up, and everybody got to play except my man Chill Pills, and he's the one setting up this group.